I am your brother in Christ, and welcome back for another state-by-state analysis of coronavirus in the United States. The United States is sitting at 6,211 cases. That is up 1,659. Deaths have now climbed to 102. That is up 17 from our last video. In New York, we are seeing 1,374 cases. That is up 424. Deaths is sitting at 12. That's up 3. Washington, we are seeing 792 cases. That is up 116. 50 deaths. That's up 9. California, we're seeing 586 cases. That is up 92. 10 deaths. That's up 4. In New Jersey, we're seeing 268 cases. That's up 92. 3 deaths. That's up 2. Massachusetts, we see 197. That is up 33. 0 deaths so far recorded. Florida, we see 193. That's up 55. 5 deaths. That's up 1. In Louisiana, we see 171 cases. That's up 57. 2 deaths so far recorded there. That's no change from yesterday. In Colorado, we see 161 cases. That's up 25. 1 death so far recorded there. That was no change from yesterday. Georgia, 146 cases. That's up 25. And deaths are holding at 1. Illinois, we're seeing 107 cases. That's no change from yesterday. Deaths is sitting at 1. That's 1 up from yesterday. Texas, we see 100 cases there. That's up 20. 1 death so far recorded, and that is the first death in Texas. In Pennsylvania, we see 100 cases there. That's up 24. 0 deaths so far recorded there. In Tennessee, we see 73 cases. That's up 21. 0 deaths so far recorded in Tennessee. In Virginia, we see 67 cases. That is up 22. 2 deaths recorded there. That's up 1 from yesterday. In Ohio, we see 67 cases. That's up 17. 0 deaths so far recorded in Ohio. In Michigan, we see 65 cases. That's up 12. No deaths recorded there. In Missouri, we see 60 cases. That's up 6. No deaths recorded there. In Maryland, we see 57. That's up 18. No deaths recorded there. Utah, we see 52. That's up 13. No deaths recorded there. Nevada, we see 48. That's up 6. 1 death there. That's no change from yesterday. In Wisconsin, we see 47 cases. That's up 1 from yesterday. No deaths recorded there. Oregon, we see 46 cases. That's up 8. 1 death so far recorded there. That's no change from yesterday. Connecticut, we see 41 cases there. That's up 15. No deaths recorded there. North Carolina, we see 40 cases there. That's up 7. No deaths recorded there. In Nebraska, we see 36 cases. That's up 3. No deaths recorded there. In Alabama, we see 36 cases. That's up 13. No deaths recorded there. In South Carolina, we see 33 cases. That's no change from yesterday. 1 death. That's no change from yesterday. In Indiana, we see 30 cases. That's up 6. 2 deaths so far recorded there. That's 1 up from yesterday. In Rhode Island, we see 23 cases. That's up 2 from yesterday. No deaths recorded there. In Kentucky, 22 cases. That's up 1 from yesterday and holding steady at 1 death. In the District of Columbia, we see 22 cases. That's up 5 from yesterday. No deaths recorded. In Iowa, we see 22 cases. That's no change from yesterday and no deaths reported there. In Arkansas, we see 22 cases. That's the same as it was yesterday, and no deaths recorded. In New Mexico, we see 21 cases. That's up 4 from yesterday. No deaths recorded. In Arizona, we see 20 cases. That's up 2 from yesterday. No deaths recorded there. In New Hampshire, we see 17 cases. That's up 4 from yesterday. No deaths recorded. In Oklahoma, we see 17 cases. That's up 7 from yesterday. No deaths recorded. In Maine, we see 17 cases. That's up 5. No deaths recorded. In Kansas, we see 16 cases. That's up 7. and deaths are holding at 1. In Mississippi, we see 12 cases, that's up 2, and no deaths recorded. In South Dakota, we see 11 cases, that's up 1, and deaths are holding at 1. In Hawaii, we see 10 cases, that's up 3. In Missouri, we see 10 cases, that's up 4, and no deaths. In Vermont, we see 8 cases, that's no change from yesterday, and no deaths. In Delaware, we see 8 cases, no change from yesterday, and no deaths. In Montana, we see 8 cases, that's up 2 from yesterday, and no deaths. In Idaho, we see 7 cases, that's up 2 from yesterday, and no deaths recorded. In North Dakota, we see 3 cases, that's up 2 from yesterday, and no deaths. In Wyoming, we see 3 cases, that's no change from yesterday, and no deaths. In Alaska, we see 3 cases, that's up 2, and no deaths recorded. And West Virginia, we still see nothing in West Virginia. Thank God. That's what's happening around the United States. To my knowledge, industry is starting to slow down. We're seeing a lot of companies talk about taking extended breaks. In Ohio, I know that voting has been postponed for at least a couple of months. We'll see when we get to there. By then, we should definitely be through this. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, I'm your brother in Christ. Subscribe, and God be with us.